Hey there, it's Monday. Um, and as you can see, it is nighttime. I almost forgot to publish a video tonight, and I know a lot of you have been, Mrs. Powers, you didn't post a video last night. So I put the kids to bed. I'm ready to go to help you with your homework for the week. So this week in math class, we are reviewing multiplication strategies. A lot of these strategies you learned in the fourth grade, so it's a really good opportunity to really practice those skills and really get good at it. Because, like I say to you during the day, practice makes permanent. So, the more we practice, the more permanent it becomes. So, I want to take a look at the homework assignment. I'm sorry, that's not true. I want to take a look at our classwork that we did together today. I don't want to go through the homework and kind of give it all away to you. I want to see what you can do. I want to see you work on transferring these strategies into your homework independently. Okay, so what this problem is actually coming from is from today's classwork. The directions say to multiply and to show and explain your work. So we have 4 times as much as 32,157. So I'm going to solve this problem 3 different ways, okay? I'm going to solve it using an area model, which is a strategy that you learned last year in the 4th grade. I'll show you a strategy we talked about today in class, which is partial products. And then we'll talk about a standard algorithm, which is the quickest way to solve, but it's also the most challenging to understand the rationale behind what you're multiplying and why you're multiplying it. So without any further ado, let me get my pen ready. Okay. Draw, let's do red marker, because why not? All right, I'm just going to get rid of my face because you don't need to see my face for this. Okay. Alrighty, so we are trying to solve 4 times 32,157. So strategy number 1 is an area model. We practiced this today in class. It's where we want to decompose our factors to make multiplying a little bit easier. It's a little bit less to bite off. So my area model, I'll put one factor over here, which in this case is 4. My other factor, I'm going to write in expanded form. So I have 30,000, 2,000, 157. So I'll multiply each one of these numbers by 4, our factor. I'll start off small with 4 times 7, which is 28. 4 times 50, which is 200. 4 times 100, which is 400. 4 times 2,000, which is 8,000. And 4 times 30,000, which is 120,000. Okay? Your final step is to add each of these partial products together to get our final product. Okay? Now, in my opinion, an area model is a really great strategy to use, but it does take a long time. So if this is a strategy that you do choose to work with, that's totally fine. Just be prepared that it might take you a few minutes longer compared to our classmates. So I'm going to erase this now. I'm now going to show you a quicker version of this called a partial products strategy. So it's the exact same thinking process of an area model, but we're just not drawing boxes. So I'm going to want to be multiplying my 4 by each place value. For example, 4 times 30,000, which is 120,000. We just did that math already. Then we'll do 4 times 2,000, which is 8,000. Then I'll do 4 times 100, which is 400. 4 times 50, which is 200. And 4 times 7, which is 28. I would then want to add my partial products to get my final product. Okay, so that is a partial product strategy. Now, if you're the kind of mathematician who is thinking, Mrs. Bowers, I am pretty good with my multiplication. I think I'm ready for a quicker way to do this. So this final strategy is a strategy that I like to call the old school way. This is the way that I was taught. It was the way your parents and your grandparents were taught. It's just a standard way of multiplying. So we'll line it up vertically. So we'll do 4 ones times 7 ones, which is 28. Drop the 8, carry the 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 more is 22. 4 times 1 plus 2 more is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. And there's our final answer. So again, the last strategy, a standard form, a standard algorithm, is the quickest way to multiply. But a lot of fifth graders don't understand what's being multiplied and why it's being multiplied in that way. So I like to teach first with an area model and a partial products, just so you can kind of get the understanding of why we're multiplying by each place value. So here's my job for you. On your homework this week, I want you to multiply, but use a strategy that makes the most sense to you, right? So I told you today, and I'll tell you every day, my job as a math teacher is to give you as many strategies as possible, and your job as the learner is to use whatever strategy will work best for you. So try out any one of these strategies on your homework this week. If you do have any questions, please feel free to discuss them during class. All right, guys, good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.